You're such an asshole.
So we have kind of a no-win situation, and this is what happens when you have just unethical bosses. And I'll tell you, I'm somewhat limited in what I could tell you what to do. I can only give you your options because there's what I'd love to do. Go straight to the authorities, report it, tell the boss to fuck off, and the reason I recommend that is because that's what I should have done more back when I was in banking. Yes, it would have cost me my career. Yes, and so there would be costs and consequences. You might have a bad reputation in the industry, but you're talking about explosive materials, and that forget law for now or career consequences being a whistleblower. Um, it's like explosive materials. You're talking possible deaths of innocent people, which to me kind of trumps everything. So you may want to talk to whoever the safety people are in your industry. Maybe there's a whistleblower program and how to handle this. I'd seek out added counsel in addition to me, especially for those in the industry and whistleblower programs. Go talk to them. But me, scorch earth these motherfuckers if it was up to me, because I'm so fucking sick and tired of these cocksucking boomers, especially now that people's lives are in danger because you're handling explosive or flammable materials. Dear Mr. Clary, I'm going to anonymize a lot of things. I'm a Class A CDL driver. After 4 months of being unemployed, I was able to find a job as a explosive, flammable material. You deliver explosive, flammable stuff. For the last few weeks, the job has been a good one, but a few days ago, I was given a new trainer to learn from, and that's when it went downhill. The trainer cuts corners on safety procedures and wanted me to overfill the flammable material tanks so that they don't have to be serviced as often. I refuse to follow through on that command as it would put people's lives in danger. Good for you. Good for you. Now I don't know. Here's where I got. Are you being? Are you like is? See, there's certain. Are you being a stickler to the rules so much? Just to be intellectually honest, are you being spurry? Are you trying to be obtuse? I got to worry about it. There's two sides to every story. But I think if it's against the rules, it's against the rules. And if you didn't follow through on it because that violates the safety rules, good for you. Good for you. Have you refused to follow through with that command to put people's lives in danger? As a result, I got yelled at and insulted by him for the rest of your day. Well, he's not your boss. He's your trainer. And he's yelling at you for the rest of the day? I would right there, if I was asked to do something dangerous or probably illegal, I don't know. I'd be like, no, no. I'd be yelling back and I said, fuck you. And I'd be recording it. I'd be fucking recording it. And see, this is why I'm saying there's no win in this situation. Now you gotta fucking record this dipshit with your phone. Tell me again what you want me to do. No, you have to go on the offensive sometimes. Especially if the people's lives are at danger. Like, what did you want me to do? You didn't? I could have swore you just told me to do that. And honestly, if I was younger and earlier on in my career, I'm like, I'm going right to the fucking feds. You're gonna shut the fuck up and get on my office right now. And I better have my fucking job, and I never have this conversation with you ever again. But you're young, you're stupid, you don't know. But yeah, this has a whole. The worst that would happen to me is the taxpayer has to bail out the bank I was working for a little bit more. Explosives materials, I gotta imagine this is pretty tightly regulated. So I would be going to the regulatory agency and get guidance from them on how to handle this. The safety, the whoever's in charge of the regulatory agency. Alex Patino would know, but I'm sure maybe there's some people in the comments who could tell you exactly where to go. I don't know who runs it, but yeah, we can't be having trucks full of explosive materials not in compliance driving around crowded highways. Not to mention, I think you'd be the first to go, right? If it blew up, the driver's going to be the first one, right? He then sent me home telling me they would never help me again. The manager that was going to hear my side of the story ended up quitting or getting fired that same day. I don't know which, as I wasn't told the specifics. As of right now, I still have a job, but I don't know for how much longer. So that's also a good slash bad sign. It's a bad sign because now there ain't no one to hear your side of the story. It's a good sign, at least in terms of decision making, because if your manager is quitting or getting fired, whatever, if people are leaving, however that might be, on a company where the trainer is not following safety rules, this is a shit piss company. What you can do to kind of maybe verify it is, well, I don't know if you can get turnover rates, but you can ballpark it. Like, is there a lot of turnover? A lot of people quitting? Are people just there for a little bit and they leave? Ask the other man, how long have you been on the job? They've been there for less than a year. Is this a shady kind of two schmucky brothers run it, and it's kind of bailey wire and duct tape operation? Is there any Glassdoor reviews? If it just sounds to me like a small operator, two sole proprietors, and they're trying to cut corners and cut costs. No one sticks around because ain't nobody following the rules. And this reminds me of a channel, Plainly Difficult, and all this guy does is specialize. He does videos on commercial industrial disasters that are caused by people cutting corners and not following safety procedures. There's a bigger chemical explosion, a lot of nuclear reactor probably. That's his specialty, nuclear reactor accidents. As of right now, I still have a job, but I don't know how much longer. I have a transcript of what the trainer was saying to me when he went on his tirade. And even though the job market sucks, I've already begun to look for other work. Good. If things get really, really bad, here's where my boy came in. This is where he did it better than me. I still have 6 months of living expenses saved away. There you go. You got a micro FU fund. Perfect. Is there any way to salvage this situation? No. Or is this like the Titanic? It is already heading for the bottom. Yes, this is you don't want to be here. You got a guy yelling at you for following safety procedures. I'm gonna assume you're not being, spurgy and like trying to be a technicality pain in the ass. I'm gonna assume if you're intellectually honest with me, and this is like a legit violation of safety protocol. Yeah, this place is going down. Your boss just got fired or he quit. Nobody knows. And it's up to you whether you want to go to war with them and report them to the authorities, and therefore risk your job and your career because, oh, you're a whistleblower. Are you going to call on us if we hire you? Are you going to be a pain in the ass? That kind of thing depends on how endemic the corruption is in the industry as a whole. But I'm gonna almost say you got like a society-wide obligation that if people are not handling explosive materials correctly, uh, go and report them anonymously if you have to, just for safety's sake. Because here, again, I don't know what the rules and laws are. Do you have a legal obligation to report this because of the risk that it poses to society? And in other words, it's such a fucked up situation. Fine, you report it. Like, let's say I reported a bunch of the asshole bankers I work with to the feds. Right, that would rumor we get around to the other shitty bankers. Like, oh, this guy reported us to a fed, so don't hire him. That could happen to you. It could negatively impact your career that way. But at the same time, if you're handling explosive material and you're filling up the truck and you do it the way violating safety rules like the trainer said to do, and then the truck explodes and you kill 3 people and somehow you're alive, are you legally responsible? How's that going to look? So there really isn't. It's a lose lose lose. How are you going to lose the least? And this is where you're in the perfect position. You can just walk away from this shit. You got 6 months savings. You have a micro FU fund. But I would definitely go talk to whoever Department of Transportation? I gotta imagine somewhere. Go talk to the guys in charge. And it would seem to me if there's a very specific protocol rule you're supposed to follow, and they said don't follow it, you could go with them like, here's the rule I was told not to follow. This is the rule they ain't following, apparently, for the safety of the public. Uh, and so I'd imagine someone in the regulatory agency, who probably Department of Transportation, maybe it's the state or local, I don't know. Yeah, go talk to them, say, "Hey, what do I do in this situation?" And they'll tell you what to do. And hopefully they have an anonymous uh, whistleblower program. They might send the feds in right away and yep, nope, this is done. It's over. Uh, and yeah, it's not good. And yeah, you definitely are going to have to find another job. I mean, what you could do is you could just literally quit your job today, forfeit the money. You got your 6 months living expense, so your hands are done with it, and then you go right to the feds or the state regulatory agency. Um, and yeah, and then you anonymously report, and then the next employer, like, oh, why'd you leave that? Like, oh, they weren't following safety protocols. Why weren't you following that company that got raided by the feds? Oh, well, they had very poor training. I mean, you could play the HR game and use euphemisms. You don't have to say, "Yeah, I reported those bastards in." You don't ever have to say that. Just say, "Yeah, wasn't a safe place to work. They weren't following the rules, and it was kind of a bleep show." And I think more modernly, we're not living in 1980 anymore, where oh, you're just a job hopper. I think everybody knows all employers and everybody is shit. We all know everybody is shit and everyone's out there to fuck each other over. I don't think that, oh, you gave up a prestigious position. To blah, 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 blah." Everyone kind of knows. Yeah, yeah, I could see you quitting in 4 months. That'd be so. And another thing just dawned on me. You may just want to quit this one now and walk out of it because they may set you up to be the fall guy. They might be setting you up and just I honestly, if it's that bad, I'd be no, I'll go work at McDonald's or something just to make ends meet. You don't want to be if they're doing shit like that, it's not beyond them to like, okay, we'll forge his name and put him on the docket. That I'd be walking away from this shit. But today, it's Monday. Go call the fucking feds and find out what they recommend. Find out who the regulatory agency is. Find out what they recommend. And I would follow their advice. I'm just giving you options and kind of doing a risk assessment to if you do A and then B is going to happen, you do C, then F is going to happen. So let's go to the super chats and we're going to do the whole shebang here. So now it says there's 3, and in the chat room there is 3. So let's go to Drew. Drew, $5. Yep, I'm in the same boat, and I'm doing everything to get out of here with unrealistic expectations of micromanaging. I'm doing security guard. Get out. Good man. Good man. Oh, you're not. Not. Drew, $2. Hazmat accident out here. Driver got 20 years. There we go. Thank you, Drew. That exactly. I think again, I can't tell him what to do, but boy, it wouldn't be the worst thing for him to just like quit today. No, I'm out of here. Document everything. Email, electronic records. You got a try. CC yourself. And then today, after you watch this, buddy, today, you go talk to the feds. I roll, therefore I am 20 Canadian. I feel bad for this guy. What a shit sandwich. I'm a hazmat trucker driver too and used to train new people, though not on hazmat stuff. This is repulsive. Yeah. Yeah. OSHA, I think he's got to go Department of Transportation. Maybe OSHA. I don't know. That's what he's going to have to look up and research. For the of you who are American truck drivers, if you know where he's got to go. Yes. Okay. So Reginald, Department of Transportation and OSHA. Yep. I appreciate you guys kind of helping him out there. Another one sounds like Department of Transportation need to be getting an anonymous contact with details and timestamps. Yep. Yep. Cover your ass, kid. I think you got vacation time coming up. A little bit of vacation time. Yeah, Drew, not worth going to prison. All right. See you guys. Oh, link below. I got nothing. Oh, wait. John and Audit, 10 generous dollars. For anyone in their early 20s, listen to Cappy. A year ago, I graduated from Western Governors University for accounting, got a high-paying job at a new city that isn't a leftist crap hole. Paying off my debt. Life is good. There you go, man. Good to hear, John. Look at you. It looks like you're golfing there, too. I'm not good at golf. I just like doing it. It's very relaxing. All right. That's it. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.